Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shailesh. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, very good afternoon to all of you, and very warm welcome to you, sir, on our platform. Time is limited, and there's a universe of questions that we would like you to address. So let me quickly ask you to first of all, set the context of this entire discussion by helping us with some perspective on, what is a larger long-term, roadmap for renewable energy growth, let's say by 2030 kind of a time frame within the larger, developed nation ambition of 2047, net zero by 2070. What is the larger roadmap here?
Puneet, you spoke about the setting the context. Context is already set by the India to the entire world. We are the only country among the G20 countries where we have achieved installed capacity more than 50%, 5 years well in advance. And we are going to further whatever is our target given by the Honorable Prime Minister and commitment given by the Prime Minister to the World Forum is 500 gigawatt. That we are going in the right direction. It is quite well on the track. And apart from that, as already mentioned in the introduction itself, in last 10, 11 years, what India has achieved, it is really mind-boggling. See, you can see uh, we were just, as far as solar is concerned, we are 2.8 gigawatt, and wind was also quite considerably less. Today, all put together, only renewable energy other than hydro, I am telling, we are 195 gigawatt, 195 gigawatt in 10 years. And green hydrogen, as mentioned, in comparative the world, I will, in your next question, I will try to reply in detail. We are marching ahead. And our manufacturing of the modules, now he said we have crossed more than 100. It is not more than 100. Today we are 144. We are surplus. And we are now able to export it also. And for that, we have given 24,000 crore rupees of the PLI scheme. And these are all the things which have added to our capacity. And what India wanted in 2014 was, I have told it before also, the sun was there. I'm speaking of SU and sun. Kindly don't mistake. Some people mistake sun means they mistake some other thing. So I am speaking of SU and sun. And SU and sun was there before also. But from that sun, we can get an affordable energy that is being proven, even masses can do it. That is being proven by Honorable Prime Minister's vision. So that is why today we are 30 lakh rooftop solar have been installed. By that itself, I think we are generating around nearly 14 gigawatt. So this is the scale. So what I wanted to say in the contest setting, what you speak specific word, India wanted scale. The scale brings the cost down. So we have brought that scale now. And when we bring the scale, there should be speed also. That speed is also now there. You can see in the last year itself, the total installed capacity in last one calendar year, we have crossed the first time 50 gigawatt of the installed capacity, 50 gigawatt. So with the scale, speed, and for that, we need skill. We have given 13 lakh employment through this renewable energy, distributed renewable energy, because in regular energy, through fossil fuel, it will be in one or two source. It is in the entire country. Wherever there is a sun, again I am telling SU and sun. So people are more bothered about in politics about SY and sun. So our party and our Prime Minister is always bothered about SU and sun. Wherever there is sun, wherever there is wind, there electricity is generated. For that, you need skilled people. That skill we are training. So with speed, with scale, and skill, speed, and scale. These are the three things. Three S: speed, skill, and scale. These scales, we have done it, and by that, because of that, our achievement is recognized in the entire world. Recently, I was in Davos. Every investor, every fund manager, every multilateral bank, every multilateral financial institution, they wanted to meet me. Not as individually as me, because I come from a very humble background. तो मेरा पिताजी एक सरकारी इसमें क्लरिकल लेवल पे काम करते थे रेलवे में. So it is not what why I am telling this is they want to meet the renewable energy minister of India because there is a huge scope. People want to come India. So this is what has been set the contest for the entire world now, and I am very happy that we are going in the right direction.
So speed coming from scale and skill, and that speed leading to affordable energy from the sun, right? The other sun's energy. No, my question is the other sun's energy is not affordable.
So other sun energy, whether it is affordable or not, you have seen it. I don't want to comment. This is not a political discussion. So that's what I don't want to tell on that. What SUN Sun has done, you all know that. And what SON Sun has, that also you have seen it.
Sir, on a serious note.
And I had a very recent experience with SON Sun.
Which is?
No, out of the parliament, you might have seen.
the famous video that is there. Okay. As usual about energy. Sir, on a serious note, my question is, of course, there's a lot of, no doubt about it, there's a lot of growth, a lot of development has happened with a lot of speed within the renewable energy sector in the past 10, 12 years kind of time frame. A lot of good work is there. My question to you is that, one of the things that defines renewable energy is also intermittency, right? Which basically means, to put it simply, sun is not there all the time. The wind is not there all the time. So we need some technological solution for that. And we have worked on energy storage as a solution. But the kind of work that we have done on storage across different segments, if you could share some, some specific examples of how that is working for us. What is the larger vision that we are working on addressing that particular intermittency issue? That would be a lot of help.
See, one thing we should understand is whenever the new things come, there will be issue. I don't say the things without, having some discussion or some issues created. There are some issues really, issues are there, problems are there. But what I can say is, see, today we are generating, we have installed capacity of 67 gigawatt. So out of these 267 gigawatt, mainly through hydro, it was 81 gigawatt, all put together through non-fossil sources in 2014. Out of that, major was 76, 77 gigawatt was from the hydro. So when we decided to add, and we brought down the price because 10 years back, 11 years back, the cost per unit was 11 rupees. You can see even now itself, somebody can scroll and see it. It was 11 to 12 rupees. Now it has been brought down to 2 rupees 15 paisa. Yes, when we do it in a large scale, problems do happen. What is that? The sun will not be there all the day. Wind will not blow all the day, 365 days. So the question is how to stabilize it, the intermittency. So that question, what we are doing now is, one is, as you rightly quoted, this is about the energy storage, hybrid, that is wind and solar. And we are also coming up, which is considered as the clean energy, small modules, nuclear modules, nuclear power.
Here's the reality. Your college degree took 4 years and $100,000. AI skills, 28 days and $20. Guess which one your boss cares about more in 2026?
Stop. Please stop using ChatGPT like it's Google. Get AI certified in 28 days and you won't recognize yourself.
So I'm over 42 and I just got AI certified in less than a month. One program changed everything. I didn't quit my job or spend thousands on courses. Instead, I joined the 28-day AI challenge.
What if I've never worked with AI before?
Perfect. This challenge is built for people over 40.
Yeah.
A simple learning routine that fits your life, not disrupts it, and the best part, you're AI certified at the end.
So when does the program start showing results?
In 1 week, you'll feel unstoppable.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, you'll have your strategy.
In a month, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Tap the screen to join us.
I've always told, I have told I had the highest number of interactions, the live interaction in Davos, panel discussion. In that also I have said, one is this is affordable. And now we are in the process of making it more reliable. I don't say it is not reliable, more reliable and more dependable. So for that, this round the clock, FDRE, this tender we are floating. Along with that, now India is supporting the private sector with some viability gap funding. Now we have floated the bid. We are very shortly coming with the 43 gigawatt per hour storage capacity. We are floating the bid. And the plan is, as we are planning 500 gigawatt up to 2030, at the same time, we are planning 411 gigawatt per hour storage also in the country. For that, we are supporting, government is supporting with all these things. The point which I am making, one is emission, safeguarding the earth. These are all okay. That is a very, because the COP26, what Prime Minister has given the commitment. Apart from that, this is the affordable one. See, I have told this example many a times. When I was a activist, I mean student leader, so and this state government used to raise the electricity price. जो मन में आता था वैसे करता था. बाद में when I became the student leader, when I was studying law at that time, this regulator system had already come up. We used to go and hesitate before them, not to allow the state government. लड़ाई कितने के लिए होता था? 3 पैसा, 4 पैसा. But here, FDRE is coming round the clock. When SECI float the bid, it is coming 4 rupees, 50 paisa. Whereas the new fossil fuel, it comes to 7 rupees to 8 rupees. This has been agreed by the power ministry also in the parliament reply. So this cost also. So manufacturing capacity, India to become the third largest economy. And when we become the third largest, we have to fight with these two big giants. At that time, our affordability should be good. One of the important affordability is our power, not political power. That political power will be with us. I am very confident on that. Coming for so many years, it will be with us. But this power, what we want to give it to the industry, what we want to give it to the domestic supply, these are all, it should come down. So ultimately, with a less logistic cost, less power cost, we want to make India competitive in the world market. This is what is the thought of the Prime Minister. That's why we can become the Vikasit Bharat by 2047, which we are going to achieve. I'm very confident on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that really detailed, response there. It's a lot of confidence, right? And there's a lot of optimism there. One of the things, apart from intermittency, the other thing which I wanted to also highlight here is manufacturing, right? One other thing which has significantly changed in India's renewable energy space in the past, 1.5 kind of decades, is also, along with generation, we have created a lot of manufacturing capacity, local manufacturing base, particularly for solar panels and modules. I want to understand from you, how do you assess and we have a specific, national program on high efficiency solar PV modules working. How do you assess the performance of that scheme? What gives you the confidence that it is going to lead to large scale of capacity creation of the kind that is required going forward, right? So if you could throw some light on that.
As it is, modules is concerned, we are self-sufficient now. Last year, when we became the self-sufficient and our capacity reached more than 100, now it is 144. From that time itself, almost import has reduced. More than 50% import has already been reduced. I am quite hopeful this year it will be reduced more than 70, 80%. It will be reduced. And our quality of our module is very, very good. Apart from that, for some other, aluminum and glass, all such things also, whatever required for the uh, panels, solar modules, that also now we either whatever some of the things inevitably we have to import for even manufacturing domestically also module, all such things now BCD, it is now almost it is exempted, and anti-dumping, it is not applicable to that. But as far as module is concerned, we are already surplus. And cell was 10 years back. Now it is 27 gigawatt. I think by 2029 or so, we will be nearly about more than 50, 60 gigawatt of the cell. And now we have come up with a trajectory in the wafers and ingots. And now we are already wafer and ingot, we have capacity of 2.2. We are supporting, government is supporting through some of these schemes, even through a capital investment also we are supporting. By that, I think our ingot and wafer will be also domestically manufactured. By 2028, this will start. Means this, whatever the trajectory we have announced, for that ALMM we will do it. Domestic content also very shortly we will, once that at least 3 manufacturers, when they come with a full scale manufacturing, we will do that also. Along with that, we are planning for the silicon to polysilicon also. Means entire supply chain will be manufactured in India as far as solar is concerned. As far as wind is concerned, turbine, everything, now it is almost 80%, now 85%, it is being manufactured in India. For that also we have supported, government has supported. The Prime Minister thought is very, very clear. One is total emission, safe earth, whatever we have committed to the world, the reduction of the emission, along with that affordable, reliable energy to the public at large and industry also, because our total product should become competitive.
Okay. So the Prime Minister's ambition is also about energy access, right? Which is one of the access, universal energy access. There, when we talk about renewables, we are basically talking about the rooftop solar scheme, and a lot of growth has happened in that area also in the past some time. My question is that beyond a point in that scheme, right, we should be able to also include consumers who are, let's say, group consumers, right? So what is the future of that scheme? How do you envision the future of rooftop solar going forward? Is there a specific policy related or a policy or on the policy and regulatory front? Are we doing anything specific to ensure that, going forward, the rooftop solar scheme picks up significantly, right, in the next few coming years?
No, it should further scale up and speed up, that I agree. But at the same time, one thing everybody should appreciate, I think people who are listening will also appreciate, I am quite confident. In 2 years, we have done 30 lakhs, that is 3 million. When I was telling this figure in the Davos also, we are planning for 10 crore and 30 lakh. I mean, at that time it was 28, 27 lakh. When I used to say that, people sometimes used to themselves get confused because they were not able to imagine this figure. Once I was in Australia 3-4 years back, that just COVID was over, India, everything was normal, but there it was not. When I said in Australia, we have administered nearly about 200 crores of the vaccine, and India is quite safe now, all economic activities are taking place. That my counterpart there, then I was, as a mines minister, I had been there. She was not able to imagine that 80 crores. She asked me to sorry, 200 crore. She asked me, can you convert her into billion or million? I said 2 billion. She was not able to believe because their population is 2.225 or 2.5 crore. So when I say 2.7 million, when I said in the house, many people were not ready to believe, but we have done it in just 2 years. We have completed. And as far as the people who do not have roof, Prime Minister has also given us a clear direction that in a utility-led model, how we can make them benefit. The people who are not even affordable after the our subsidy also, how we can support them, very, very poor people after assessing it, and how we can interact with the state government. For example, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Chandrababu Naidu ji, they have come with some specific proposal. What a change under the guidance of Prime Minister Devendra Fadnavis has done in through PM Kusum, that is solarization of the agricultural pump. I will tell just an example. I think I may be taking your time in little more time. See what happened, we were offering PM Kusum, that is the PM Kusum is for the solarizing the agricultural pump. So everywhere I used to go after I took over this, the biggest transformation is India. Prime Minister himself has told it. The transformation of India, the coal minister has become the Minister of Renewable Energy.
He said it at Arya Invest, I think.
Yeah, yeah, Prime Minister. And when I took this, when I started talking on this, what I was telling, I just forget in between. I missed it.
The biggest transformation of from coal to
No,
Arya.
that okay.
Maharashtra
PM
Kusum.
Kusum. PM Kusum. What happened? तो देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी का मेरा बातचीत हुआ और पीएम ने उनको गाइडेंस भी दिया था, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने. दे यूज टू सप्लाई टू द एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर, टू द फार्मर्स, ₹1 per unit. Okay. So cost of the generation in Maharashtra is average ₹8. Sometimes in some of the generation units, thermal generation, it will be little bit, maybe little more also.
It goes up to 9.
Like that. So average ₹8. So ₹1. What was the subsidy they were given? ₹7. So what Devendra Fadnavis ji has done, really has done good well. Of course, Prime Minister has guided him, Honorable Prime Minister. What he did the feeder level solarization perfect. He generated 16 gigawatt. What he did in the daytime, usually what happens in all the state where they are either giving free or subsidized electricity to the farmer, they supply it in the night. He said, I will give power in the day. And only thing is, if you want, you generate. Otherwise, you give me some land, I will give you the rent, and I will generate electricity, supply it to the grid, and from there I will supply it to the daytime. The cost of generation is ₹3. ₹8, ₹3, ₹5. ₹5 he is saving in the subsidy. By that, what he has done, for the first time in the history, as far as I know, he has gone to the regulator for the reduction of the tariff of the domestic and industry. For the first time it is happening in India. This is what the vision of the Prime Minister. This is what he is called visionary leader. Why Modi ji is called visionary leader? Because he has thought of all these things. One is saving, decarbonization. Another thing is, in ₹2, ₹3, he can, if he is putting standalone solar for his irrigation, what will happen? He can run his tractor. He can run his other machineries when there is no need of the irrigation. When electricity is at least from 9 to 10 or till evening, electricity is generated. This is what is a vision. This is what Prime Minister visualized. That's why I said some people looked at SO and Son, Prime Minister looked at SU and Son, and he energized the entire India.
This is basically the Maharashtra model that you're talking about is basically the distributed renewable energy where the farmers will use Kusum as a scheme. They'll have their distributed solar pumps in their farms, which will be not directly connected to the grid. And it's catching up with the states. My question to you is that, in this entire background, whatever we have discussed so far, there's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of, the kind of confidence that we have in all these, across these areas. We have done a lot of good work. One issue that really came up recently, where two related areas. One is grid curtailment, and the other thing is that discoms refusing to sign PPAs because they are finding it costly. Now, my question is, this brings us to a larger problem here, right? Which is, I've looked at energy over the past more than 1.5 decades now. And so I know the time when coal and thermal's peak was there, right? Even in those times, we were facing the same issues, grid curtailment, transmission not catching up with generation, issue at discom level. So purchase becomes an issue, right? And it's the same story kind of getting played out even now, which basically what I'm trying to say is that uh, fine within renewables, a lot of good work within generation, manufacturing, etc. But the related areas, right? If we don't really tighten them, that can spring up a surprise every now and then. How do you look at that problem, and what is being done to address those issues?
You mean to say the grid issue, if I am what I have understood, because the question was quite lengthy. The grid issue you are talking, yes, there is a good grid issue. I am not telling no for that. See, one thing what we should understand is whenever you bring the new things, there will be a problem. How to address it? That is the issue. So, तो ये दिन में ज्यादा पैदा होता है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ज्यादा जनरेट होता है और शाम को नहीं रहता है, और दिन में ज्यादा होता है, इसलिए ग्रिड स्टेबिलिटी नहीं है। ये बंद करने का ये समस्या का परिहार नहीं है। समस्या का परिहार कैसा है, इससे कैसे रास्ता निकालना, यही प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हमको गाइड किया है। सो व्हाट वी शुड डू नाउ, वन इज whatever I have already explained about the battery storage, wind and pump storage, all together with that, and we should maintain. And of course, now nuclear energy also we are adding. Apart from that, there are technological driven solution also. So now digital twin. So using the AI digital twin, what I have told my officers, because I am not a technical person, so what I have told, using this AI, using this digital twin, how can you, one is proper this of course, sorry, with this AI twin, what is the generation, where the electricity demand is there. Suppose nearby, if there is one grid, there is a less generation, whether we can automatically we can divert that. These are the things which has to be worked out. Of course, whenever new things come, when computer era आया था, तब क्या बोला था, सबका नौकरी चले जाएगा, तो कुछ लोग तो ये रेड झंडा लेके के क्या बात किया था। तो आज तो वही कंप्यूटर से इतना सारे दुनिया में कहीं भी देखे तो भारत का ही सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर दिखता है। तो ऐसे ही जब एआई आ रहा है, एआई में भी हमको उपयोग कैसे करना है, ये हमको देखना है, वेदर एआई कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर दिस problem to address. These are all the things. Apart from that, for grid stabilization, we are planning for the ग्रिड के नजदीक ही अगर ज्यादा है तो उधर ही स्टोर कर सकते हैं क्या, ये सब सोल्यूशन हमारा चल रहा है जी। वी आर नॉट जस्ट कीपिंग मम, हम तो आइडियल नहीं बैठे हैं, ये मोदी का सरकार है। अगर हम आइडियल बैठते हैं तो मोदी जी हमको घर भेज देंगे। तो हम सोच रहे हैं, ग्रिड के बाजू में रख सकते हैं क्या सोलर स्टोरेज, जहां सोलर है वही कुछ हम स्टोर करके जब चाहिए तब भेज सकते हैं क्या ग्रिड को। इसके साथ ही साथ वो पूरा ये सब स्टोरेज का भी सब कैपेसिटी कम होता है, तब पंप स्टोरेज से कर सकते हैं क्या। आपने जो अभी आंध्रा में कर्नूल में जो एक किया है, व्हाट ही हैज डन, he has taken water from some dam and he has created an artificial storage at the little higher level, and he is daily he is using that power, and again in the daytime he is pumping it back. So these are the things which नए तरीके से सोचना चाहिए जी। ऐसे तो ये सन रात में नहीं रहेगा और विंड तो नॉट ऑल द टाइम इट डजंट ब्लो, इसलिए हम बंद करके बैठेंगे, हम कोयला जलाएंगे। तो एक तो चीज वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड, देयर इज गोइंग टू बी कार्बन टैक्स इन द मेनी ऑफ द कंट्रीज इन डेज टू कम। हमारा स्टील का एक्सपोर्ट का क्या होगा? तो इसीलिए हमने ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन में इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में हमने पैसे दिया, नियरली अबाउट 19,000 odd crores. And today everybody should be proud of India. Our green hydrogen discovered cost is 279 rupees. 279 rupees. You should be very proud of our scientists. They have brought it to 279. What is the gray hydrogen cost? The gray hydrogen cost is 240 rupees. तो हमको दुनिया में क्या बोलते थे, ये 400 रुपए है, 400 रुपए है। यही देश में चर्चा हुआ है जी, हमारा देश में हमारा क्रिटिक लोगों ने मोदी जी का क्रिटिक से बात किया है, तो 279 हो गया। आई एम क्वाइट कॉन्फिडेंट इट विल कम 200 100 between 180 to 240 is the cost of the gray hydrogen. So that once if it is from 279, once if it comes to 240, so दुनिया में भारत का ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन लेने के लिए क्यों लग जाएगा, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं आप सब लोगों को।
थैंक यू सर।
विश्वास रखना चाहिए, हमारे लोग बहुत सक्षम है जी, हमारा युवा सक्षम है, सोल्यूशन निकाल के लाएंगे।
So 240 rupees per kg, just to put that in perspective.
249, 40 is the gray hydrogen, brown hydrogen, and 280 is now 279. And हमारा green ammonia 49 रुपये 75 पैसा। दुनिया एक बार इतना कैसा हो गया भारत में, ऐसे पूछ रहे हैं। तो दुनिया भी हमारे तरफ देख रहे थे। भारत का सामर्थ्य है, भारत का सामर्थ्य उपयोग करने के लिए एक सक्षम लीडरशिप चाहिए था, वो मोदी जी के कारण आज मिल गए हैं। हम पावर में भी जाएंगे, रिन्यूएबल पावर में भी जाएंगे, और भारत विकसित भारत बनेगा, और दुनिया के बड़े बड़े देशों के साथ कंपटीशन हम करेंगे। ये विश्वास के साथ हमको आगे बढ़ना है।
So you're basically saying that finally we have, at least as far as green hydrogen is concerned, we have reached that threshold where from now on it's going to pick up.
Working on that.
Okay. One last question, if I can ask you quickly, is no, this is
एक ही इसमें सब बोलते हैं, तो नेक्स्ट इसमें क्या बोलना है?
So very quickly, if I can ask, there's a lot of investment that goes into renewables, right? I was reading this Niti Aayog report last week, which talked about $22 trillion kind of investment, which will go into net zero overall, and around half of that, more than $11 trillion, 11 lakh crore rupees, going into setting up, both power and renewable projects over this time frame.
This
Now,
22 trillion, I think he has told about the entire
net zero.
For net zero, entire net zero, he has said 22 trillion by 2070. This is what I have just, it is back of in my mind. It is not for our requirement by 2030 will be around $350 billion. And in last 10 years also, we have invested more than $150 billion. So I am quite confident, because India is going to become manufacturing hub. I am quite confident. So as you have rightly seen, you must have talked to the other ministers also, like Ashwini Vaishnav and Piyush Goyal. I don't know whether they have come here or not. Our electronics production, it has gone up by 6 times. मोबाइल भारत में जो भी मोबाइल हम उपयोग करते थे वो इंपोर्टिव होता था, आज 100% मोबाइल भारत में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो रहा है, और दुनिया में भारत का
कभी ट्रेडिंग में ऐसा हुआ है कि प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा ये सोच के आपने वेट किया, लेकिन डे एंड तक आपका P&L ग्रीन से रेड हो गया, या फिर सोचा था कि पोजीशंस को मैन्युअली एग्जिट करेंगे, पर यू मिस्ड टू डू इट। इसी चक्कर में यू एक्सीडेड योर डेली लॉस लिमिट। वेल, अब ऐसा नहीं होगा। अब धन पर अवेलेबल है P&L एग्जिट फीचर। सेट करो अपना मैक्स।
So I am quite confident. As I said, majority of the people who met me in Davos, as the representative of the Indian government and the Prime Minister Shri Modi ji, majority of them are only such people, fund managers, pension funds, ऐसे बहुत बड़े लोग जो है, तो वही लोग मुझे मिले थे, because they wanted to understand what is the plan of India, and they used to ask about the stability, of the policy. I used to say them, there will be policy stability because there is going to be a political stability will be also there quite some time. So I have assured the world also, I am assuring you all, you people also, through you, to the entire, the people who are working in the sector, there will be policy stability. And this investment, I am quite confident, now people want to invest in India, and भारत में ही मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होना चाहिए आने वाले दिन में, क्योंकि we are the young country in the world. We are the only young country in the world, and बाकी दुनिया जो है, बाकी दुनिया के बहुत देश जहाँ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ज्यादा होता था, वो धीरे धीरे वृद्ध हो रहे हैं. They are becoming old.
So like I said in the beginning, there's a universe of questions that we want to put to you, but of course time is a constraint. So we'll, draw the curtains on this discussion now. Thank you for your time. But if you permit, if I can take a few questions from the audience.
I have answered all.
Maybe a few questions, yeah, please go ahead.
So we are talking about Manthan and you spoke about green hydrogen. So my question